Hello and welcome back to the channel where flavor knows no borders. This is Food Around Me.
Balut, Vietnam's infamous fertilized egg, is more than just a snack. What if I told you it's a symbol of fertility, masculinity, and ancient desires? Some people scream the moment they see balut. Others see it as nature's Viagra. So what exactly is balut? And why does it disgust and delight the world at the same time? Today, we're not just eating an egg. We're peeling back the shell of an ancient fertility symbol in Asia. Balut is a fertilized duck egg incubated for about 17 days with a visible embryo inside. In Vietnam, it's a nutritious street food packed with protein and energy. To foreigners, it looks like something straight out of Fear Factor. One bite gives you everything: rich yolk, tender duck embryo, and thick, savory egg juice. Part 2. Fertility and sex symbols.
Why is balut considered a symbol of fertility? In many Asian cultures, especially in Vietnam and China, fertility symbols, objects that represent life and reproduction, are often worshipped or revered. Shapes that are round, plump, warm, or resemble embryos are often seen as symbols of reproduction, and balut embodies all of those qualities. It's both egg and embryo, a life in progress, complete, dynamic, and even has a heartbeat if eaten early enough. It resembles a miniature womb, soft, warm, nutrient-rich, carrying the promise of life. And that's not all. In folklore, balut is known as a bedroom superfood. It's said, 1 balut boosts your strength, 2. You'll have enough fire for a whole night. Some men even joke, 1 egg equals 1 life, eat it, and you'll be strong as an ox. Some don't eat it for the taste, but because they believe it's a natural aphrodisiac. And here's the kicker, this belief isn't just superstition. Science shows balut is rich in zinc, iron, protein, and choline, nutrients that are vital for testosterone and male vitality. Eating balut won't turn you into Casanova, but it nourishes your body the right way, and the rest, that's up to your mind. As the ancients said, sensual thoughts begin at the dinner table.
Part 3. Psychology and science behind balut. Why are Westerners so afraid of balut? Because it taps into the most primal human fears: life, death, and the body. An underdeveloped embryo, consumed whole, feels morally and mentally disturbing for many. It challenges their sense of modernity, ethics, and what feels safe to eat. Yet in psychology, what disgusts us often fascinates us too. We feel revulsion not because something is bad, but because it pulls us out of our comfort zone. That's why balut can leave a lasting impression, even after a single bite. In the end, balut is a cultural litmus test. It forces you to choose: do you belong to the world of primal instinct or modern rationality? To eat it is to embrace the chaos of life. To reject it is to turn away from raw truth. Here's what rarely gets mentioned. Balut is highly nutritious. Packed with protein, iron, zinc, and choline, it's a golden combo for the brain, nervous system, and sexual health. No wonder it's been dubbed the egg of longevity in folklore. So what's the takeaway? Fear is a choice. But if you move past the mental block, you may discover a dish that embodies biology, culture, and the raw essence of being human. Part 4. Balut in cultural contexts. In the Philippines, balut is a symbol of the night, sold on street corners with vendors calling out into the dusk. Men snack on it after a few beers, savoring each bite like a primal recharge. Some jokingly call it Asia's natural Viagra. In Vietnam, balut is part of the collective memory. It's what you eat after a long shift when you're bored of rice or just need something warm and comforting. A round, steaming egg cracked gently open, releasing its distinct aroma, sprinkled with salt, pepper, lime, and served with spicy Vietnamese coriander. Vietnamese folk wisdom says the herbs cool the heat, taming the egg's internal fire. It's a dish that balances vitality with restraint, true to the yin-yang philosophy. The egg is yang, the herb is yin. Anything too powerful must be kept in check. So eating balut isn't just consuming food. It's taking in a whole layer of culture, where body, spirit, and life philosophy merge into one. Part 5. A new perspective. Balut may look simple, but it's a gateway, a portal into deeply human questions. Why are we horrified by an unformed embryo, yet numb to neatly packaged meat in the supermarket? It forces us to confront instinct, belief, prejudice, and the nameless fears we carry. It doesn't conform to Western ideals, nor does it seek approval. It simply is, and that, in itself, makes it worth pondering. You might love it, you might fear it, but you won't be able to ignore it. Because in the end, balut is more than food. It's a mirror, reflecting who you are, where you come from, and what you're willing to face within yourself. Next time you eat balut, pause for a moment. Let its warmth, its richness, its aroma take you back to something deeper. Because in that moment, you're not just eating an egg. You're tasting a piece of history, a fertility symbol, a 1,000-year-old story, held right in your palm. What about you? Were you hesitant? Or hooked from the first bite, or are you still holding back? Because of a fear you can't quite name. Share your real experience in the comments. There's no right or wrong. Because sometimes, the most controversial foods are what bring us closer together.